All right, everyone. So for this video, I wanted to talk about Dennis Gartman's rules of trading. Now, we all know how important it is to have a rule set na sinusundan natin when it comes to trading or investing. Not only does it help to simplify the decision-making process, it also helps us to keep emotions at bay kapag dumating tayo sa mga punto na kinakailangan po natin gumawa ng desisyon. Now, sa mga hindi pa po nakakakilala kay Dennis Gartman, he's an investor who often appears sa CNBC, Bloomberg, and so on. No? And if you want to know more about him, I've included a link to his profile in the description box below. So please do go check that out. Now, number 1, never, under any circumstance, add to a losing position. Ever. Nothing more need be said. To do otherwise will eventually and absolutely lead to ruin. Siguro di ko na kailangan paliwanag tong number 1, no? Lagi naman natin tong naririnig eh. Huwag nang magdagdag pa sa talo. Magdadagdag tayo sa panalo. Okay? Number 2, trade like a mercenary guerrilla. Hindi po gorilla. Guerrilla. We must fight on the winning side and be willing to change sides readily when one side has gained the upper hand. Now, this is not as pertinent when it comes to the PSE, but when you trade the global markets, when you trade Forex, when you trade crypto, where both shorting and going long are available options, then this becomes even more important. Okay? Doon po tayo sa side na nananalo. Huwag na tayong magpumilit dun sa side na natatalo. Huwag na tayong magpumilit na maging genius, diba? Na, uy, nasalo ko yung pinakababa. Or, uy, nabentahan ko yung pinakataas. Number 3, capital comes in 2 varieties, mental and that which is in your pocket or account. Of the 2 types of capital, the mental is the more important and expensive of the 2. Holding to losing positions costs measurable sums of actual capital, but it costs immeasurable sums of mental capital. Now, I don't know about you, pero di ba minsan kapag nagbukas tayo ng mga account natin, binuksan natin yung portfolio, tapos makakita ka ng malaking red, parang nakakatag sa heartstrings, di ba? Parang nakakalungkot. Di ba? So this just reminds us na the mental aspect of trading is just as important, if not more important, than the financial aspect of trading. Kasi yan yung umuusog sa atin. Yan yung tumutulak sa atin. Di ba? So, kailangan pangalagaan din natin ang mental capital natin, not just our financial capital. Number 4, the objective is not to buy low and sell high, but to buy high and to sell higher. We can never know what price is quote-unquote low, nor can we know what price is quote-unquote high. Always remember that sugar once fell from $1.25 per pound to 2 cents per pound and seemed quote-unquote cheap many times along the way. Now, this is very true, no? Di ba minsan pag may tinitingnan tayong stock, kunyari nagsimula siya at 10 pesos, nasa 5 pesos na, isipin natin, wala nang mali na bilhin to eh. Mura na to eh. Dapat 10 pesos yan eh. Only to find later on na yung 5 pesos naging 4 na, naging 3 na, naging 2 na, and so on, no? Now, I am not gonna name specific stocks, but I am sure na karamihan sa inyo may naiisip or may naaalalang ganon. So, pangingatan po natin yung sarili natin. Okay? Cheap doesn't necessarily mean profitable. Number 5, in bull markets, we can only be long or neutral. And in bear markets, we can only be short or neutral. That may seem self-evident. It is not. And it is a lesson learned too late by far too many. Now, I am sure a lot of us have lost count of the number of times na talagang bumabaksak yung market pero pilit pa rin tayo ng pilit na mag-long. Pilit pa rin tayo nagpilit na, ito na yung bottom. Diba? Only to find na nasunog na tayo along the way. So let's remember this lesson. Number 6, markets can remain illogical longer than you or I can remain solvent. This is according to our good friend, Dr. A. Gary Schilling. Illogic often reigns and markets are enormously inefficient despite what the academics believe. Now, very often I receive questions na, bakit maganda naman yung fundamentals ito pero bumabaksak yung price? Well, ito po isa sa makakasagot sa katanungan nyo. Logic doesn't necessarily always reign supreme. Very often, illogic ang nangyayari sa market. Okay? Just because may magandang fundamental, just because quote-unquote maganda yung value, doesn't necessarily mean that it will translate to the price moving higher over and over and over and over again over a specific period of time. It just doesn't work that way. Kapag ipipilit po natin yon, ang magsasuffer is yung mental and financial capital natin. Now, number 7, sell markets that show the greatest weakness and buy those that show the greatest strength. Metaphorically, when bearish, throw your rocks into the wettest paper sack, for they break most readily. In bull markets, we need to ride upon the strongest winds. They shall carry us higher than shall lesser ones. Okay? Number 8, try to trade the first day of a gap, for gaps usually indicate violent new action. We have come to respect quote-unquote gaps in our nearly 30 years of watching markets. When they happen, especially in stocks, they are usually very important. Now, I'm sure all of us, meron tayong kanya-kanyang paniniwala or kanya-kanyang action na ginagawa kapag nakakakita tayo ng gap, no? Now, regardless of whether or not you believe dito sa sinasabi ni Dennis Gartman, it is important that you study gaps and watch how price behaves if and when they happen. Number 9, trading runs in cycles. Some good, most bad. Trade large and aggressively when trading well. Trade small and modestly when trading poorly. In good times, even errors are profitable. In bad times, even the most well-researched trades go awry. This is the nature of trading. Accept it. For me, ang important na makuha natin dito is you can't always be right. Regardless of the research, regardless of kung ano man yung sabi ng kung sino man, it doesn't matter. You just simply can't always be right. Kung ipipilit natin na kailangan lagi tayong tama, then baka trading is not for us. Okay? Kapag may nagsasabi sa inyo na hindi sila natatalo at all sa trading, na lahat ng trade nila panalo, run. Please, save yourselves. Scam po yun. Number 10, to trade successfully, think like a fundamentalist, trade like a technician. It is imperative that we understand the fundamentals driving a trade, but also that we understand the market's technicals. When we do, then and only then can we or should we trade. Okay? Very often, a lot of people just want to lean into one side, meaning fundamentals or technicals, or the other, no? Hindi nila naiisip how both can work hand in hand. Diba? But they do. And having a good understanding of both can only help you moving forward. And then finally, number 11, respect outside reversals after extended bull or bear runs. Reversal days on the charts signal the final exhaustion of the bullish or bearish forces that drove the market previously. Respect them, and respect even more weekly and monthly reversals. Okay? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin. I hope may natutunan po kayo sa rules of trading ni Dennis Gartman. Nung nabasa ko po to, I felt na it put into words a lot of what I personally believe of how one should trade. Now, there are some rules of Dennis Gartman's that I don't agree with, and highly likely, diba, if we actually compare notes, magkakaroon talaga ng malaking difference in opinion on how to do X or how to do Y. So you don't have to believe each and every single one of them. However, do try to improve yung mga bagay na hindi nyo pinapaniwalaan. Kung ayaw nyo yung rule number 2 or rule number 4, bakit ayaw nyo? How can you improve upon it? How can you be better? Kasi yun naman yun at the end of the day. To improve ourselves by doing what needs to be done. And if forming a rule set to help us is what helps us improve, then by all means, do it. Okay? So guys, maraming salamat po ulit sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!